What's up, guys? We are back again for another short truck video. I went ahead and installed a leveling kit on my truck. It's definitely not a huge difference by any means, but I just want to go ahead and get ready to put on some bigger wheels and tires. So having a little bit of height definitely helps, looks better, helps off-roading, clearance, you get it. The front has been lifted up 3 inches and the rear has been lifted up 2 inches. Now, the leveling kit I use is the Motofab leveling kit. It's $99 or $100 on eBay, or at least when I got it. I really like it. It's really simple, really pretty easy install process, and really well built as well. The only gripe I will give it is it says on the description that it is powder coated black. If that's powder coat, it's definitely very weak. It almost seems, I guess I could be wrong, but it seems like a kind of like a bed liner almost. I actually took the front, and when I was putting the front on, it scraped the side or metal going up, and it put a scrape on it, took the paint off. Obviously that can rust. If that's a big deal to you, then obviously maybe spend extra money and get a better kit. Honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I put a little bit of paint on it just in case, just because I don't want it to rust. But other than that, they seem very, very good. All the hardware included was very, very strong. The rear spacer blocks as well seem very strong. Everything seemed really well built. That was really my only gripe, is the powder coat just didn't really seem like powder coat, or if it was powder coat, it just seemed a little weak. Now, as for the install process of these, I'm not going to get into how you install them and everything like that. There's a perfectly good video on YouTube if you want to check that out. I used it. It was perfectly fine. Wish he had torque specs on there, but it worked out. But as for the install, it was a pretty simple install. Obviously, if you've never worked on any kind of suspension stuff before, or especially if you've never jacked up a truck or a car for that matter, you might want to get a friend that kind of knows what he's doing, just for the fact of this is, you know, something that could fall on you and possibly damage or hurt you. The only thing that I will say about the install process is I went ahead and installed the driver's side first, which lifted up the driver's side 3 inches, but the passenger side was still on the ground. Once I got the sway bar end link in, obviously the sway bar end link is 3 inches off now. So once I jacked it up, put the sway bar end link in, and put it down on the ground to do the passenger side, I actually noticed that the sway bar end link on the passenger side was into the axle boot. So what I had to end up doing was taking loose both of my sway bar end links to get it all installed. Now, if you jacked up all the front at the same time, you shouldn't have any issues. But if you do like me and you did the driver's side, then the passenger, or vice versa, I would highly recommend just reaching up underneath, taking that nut off for the sway bar end link, and then just popping it out. I think it's just, you know, honestly best practice after going through what I've gone through. It was really difficult to get that sway bar end link in. I kind of understand why now. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to be it. It's a very simple video. Like I said in the beginning, a very short video. It is just spacer blocks, so there's really not that much to it. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, definitely make sure to leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. Thanks, guys.